Ladies and gentlemen, we want to shift focus tena kidogo to the Women's World Cup that is ongoing. A lot of action is anticipated to continue. Remember, it's a whole month of football action as far as the Women's World Cup is concerned. We are seeing amazing performances from teams. And we had over the weekend the last was Sweden get a 2-1 win over South Africa. Netherlands also managed to hold Portugal back, getting a 1-0 win, and France were held to a 0-0 goal result by Jamaica, who played 10 women less in the tournament. Now, your perspective on this, Elvis, before we go for a short break. What is your view on how the teams are participating so far? We understand this is what we are behind Team Africa, definitely. The African nations that are representing us. But we are seeing quite a big challenge when it comes to the experience that these other countries offer. What do you think?
Okay, thank you. Now, this Women's World Cup, I think there's a lot of, I think the most experienced teams are Team America,
right,
Team England, Team Australia, and Team...
Yes.
Austria,
yes,
and Team Austria, sorry. But I also suspect that I suspect that America and England will be the greatest threat, because I believe America has won this cup before, severally.
4 times actually.
Yeah, but I also want to congratulate South Africa, because they really did try. Because here in Africa, the local friendlies, I think we've had very few. And with the biggest challenge in African teams being, the funding. But going out and competing with the high level European countries,
right.
This is why I have to commend them. Because, you see, the other countries, they have, the schools, the academies for training. And this helps them, progress, and the training leads up to them being as qualified as they are. But I also believe that in the final, you see in England as well. England has a lot of potential, a lot of clubs. Their team consists of players from the Manchester United female squad,
right.
Teams they've all been blended together, and I believe that makes them the stronger team against other teams. And Australia, yes, they're trying. They're very good, but the biggest challenge for them, I think, is England. Maybe in the final, maybe we'll see. Maybe if Australia pulls up their socks, maybe we can see them, but that will be a shock as well. But right now, we're still backing up our African teams, because right now we don't see anyone, representing us as well as we would reach. But South Africa itself, it's really trying. Nigeria and Cameroon, I think if they try and work more, they'll help us go. But I'm banking more on Nigeria. But the only problem is, the cards, but the fouls. But I'm hoping that at Team Africa, all the nations represented will rise up, and maybe we'll get a number 4 from all of them in the Women's World Cup. You remember last time in the World Cup of men, France and Morocco, you saw that. So I believe the Women's World Cup should also give us an African team that is leading and shocking the world as well.
Right.
Maybe we get a 6 or something.
We can work with that. So far, the only African national team that has really been molded is Zambia, who were beaten 5-0 by Japan. Other than that, other African teams have really struggled have really tried to be in it, because we have this, unlike South Africa, when pick up here 2-1. Other teams like Jamaica have managed to hold their counterparts to a 0-0 draw. We had Nigeria also held their counterparts to a 0-0 draw as well. But we have some of the highlights for you that happened over the weekend as far as the Women's World Cup is concerned. Take a look.